If I die, then people will know that everything is serious. What is it? Please, staying for almost 2 months. No toilet, no food. So let's take one water. Say for very dark man number and Okulora. Anybody that know them, please. I need their contact. There is a matter of urgency.
You're still receiving Atlast. How much have you gotten so far in your stamping? 393,000. That's if that 2.8 million is on the high side, and we have raised 397. Maybe before the end of this video, not a 400. Because if you are doing this surgery now, it's going to be the 4th time. Thunder fire you. Thunder will fire you. Thunder will help me and fire there. Thunder will help me and fire your generation. Who discharged Ogechi? Who gave her all the injections that they claimed they were paying for? Who gave her the drip? They brought FMC staff to the radio. They said that Okechukwu did not do any surgery on Sunday. And I sent someone to confirm. Before the person could get to the hospital on Sunday, Okechukwu has run away.
For years, Nigerians sent money to a sick girl who claimed she was dying and needed surgery. Her tearful videos and hospital photos moved hearts, and millions poured in. But what if it was all a lie? Meet Ogechi Okechukwu, the so-called sugar nurse, who scammed an entire state, living lavishly while pretending to be at death's door. But every lie has an expiration date, and hers was about to run out. This is her story. Ogechi Okechukwu, also known as Sugar Nurse, originally from Abia State but grew up in Bayelsa, the first daughter of her family. Like every other kids, Okechukwu had a normal childhood, but those who knew her in 2014 claim she had an habit of begging. She loved fashion and also dreamed of becoming a nurse, so she became an auxiliary nurse, earning her nickname Sugar Nurse. And then everything started 4 years ago. 2020 coronavirus hit, changing the life for everyone, and things became hard. Lockdown, no job. She needed money to keep up with her expensive taste, but how could she make it fast? And that's when she joined a business class run by Spring Food. Spring Food, a digital food seller who delivers food products around the globe. Ogechi graduated and opened her own food business, Gifty Food Marts, selling packaged local foods. Ogechi worked very hard, promoting her product everywhere.
Just 1-5. It makes cooking easy, no scam zone. So you can see me, this is my real face.
But business was slow. Eventually, she gave up. However, she continued nursing. She was also active in church as a member, serving as an usher. Then, in 2021, Ogechi had appendicitis and underwent surgery. Her church rallied around her, paying her medical bills. Seeing how much love and financial support she received, Ogechi had an idea. Fast forward to 2022, during the Bayelsa flood breakout, Ogechi started complaining of stomach pain. She was weak, but still attended the church outreach. Knowing how the church had helped her before, she decided to take it a step further. She went online, posting videos of herself crying, claiming she was gravely ill and needed money for urgent surgery. Of course, the video went viral. The church, seeing one of their own in distress, steps up again, but this time, not just the senior pastor, but wealthy church members and even strangers from social media all contributed and did crowd fundraising, and the donation rolled in millions of naira. Ogechi had another surgery on December 4th, 2022. She claimed she still couldn't excrete and needed even more money for treatment. People continued donating as she went live on Facebook and Twitter, calling on celebrities for help.
I requested for Very Dark Man number and Okulora. Anybody that know them, please. I need their contact. There is a matter of urgency. Do you think it is easy to suffer anything intestinal issue? Do you know what is called intestine?
Then on December 19, 2022, she announced she needed another surgery, that the first one had complications, and she begged for money. On 26th of December, Ogechi had another surgery. The church kept paying her bills, providing food, and offering supports. She had found a way to make quick money without even lifting a finger. And now she had become a professional patient. But as the months passed, people started asking questions. Like, why was she still sick after so many surgeries? Why was she always online, begging for money, but looking well dressed? Her hair and nails and makeup were always on point, yet she was supposedly bedridden. The church noticed this and started investigating. And when they realized what was really going on, as her condition wasn't as serious as she claimed, they confronted her. Instead of her proving her case, Ogechi distanced herself. She stopped attending church, claiming they no longer believed in her and wanted her to die of sickness. Now, with the church out of the picture, Ogechi focused entirely on social media. Fast forward to 2023, she took her begging to a new level. She posted emotional videos threatening to take her own life, that she is tired and wants to give up. And of course, Nigerians, feeling pity, rushed to her DMs and sent her money, prayers, and all they could. But people began spotting her in different locations, looking healthy and flashy. The same day she posted hospital pictures, the same day she was seen at the market shopping. And when people questioned her online, she attacks them with insults or worse, blocked them.
Do you know what is called intestine? And you're here telling me you saw me in Swale Market on which day? And so fucking what? So because say you saw me in Swale, I'm not feeling fine, I should not come to Swale Market, or I should not dress well and come to church. So because somebody is not feeling fine, the person should rub his or herself on the mud and come to and go to anywhere he or she is going to. Since you know me, do I look like somebody that doesn't dress well?
In 2023, this went on for months and months and months. By this time, Ogechi had upgraded her lifestyle, switching from an Android to an iPhone 12 Pro Max, but she still kept playing the victim. Then, something changed. Her audience got tired, the engagement on her post dropped, and people stopped donating. Even her dramatic suicide threats didn't work like before. I mean, the money stopped flowing. She went silent for a while, but in late 2023, she returned with something new. This time, she posted shocking images of her hand rotting away. She claimed her body was reacting to bad drugs and that she needed another surgery. This time, the pictures were too real to be ignored. And yes, guess who's back in business? Ogechi. Donations started pouring in again, millions were sent. She called out influencers, celebrities, and even charity organizations, pulling in more funds. But yet, people started noticing again something was wrong. Where was her family? I mean, why was no relative ever involved in her case? This is 3 years already, yet no family, friends, relative. Despite these doubts, the money kept on coming. But then reports surfaced that Ogechi only cried online when major celebrations were approaching, like festive period when people were more generous and had enough.
Help me, I'm dying.
She sure knows when to strike. Fast forward to 2024, Ogechi continued her scam, receiving money in bulks. On different occasions, millions was raised. But still yet, Ogechi wasn't satisfied. It was either one thing or the other. Ogechi finger finally chopped off before the end of 2024, just as seen in these photos. Please, viewer's description is advised. Ogechi has an audience interested in her back, and so did the individual's fundraising and support kept on coming. Ogechi kept on posting updates about her sickness for a while in 2024, but to the audience, something still doesn't add up. Like, why is it only Oge we know? Where are her siblings, mother, father? Where's everyone? Or is Facebook your family now? While others were still being cheerful givers, sending in money and prayers, some had already given up on Ogechi and decided not to interfere again. Fast forward to 2025, it's a new year, but for Ogechi, who was more in his sleep, Ogechi was still playing the same game. By this time, Ogechi has made all kinds of death threats and suicide posts threatening to take her life. She kept making death threats, claiming she would kill herself if she didn't get help. But on the same day, she'll get to post new Ankara designs and throwbacks on her page. Her downfall was near, and she didn't even see it coming. Back to 2025 January, Ogechi kept on messaging big celebrities and tagging them, asking for help, despite the millions of donations she has received. And that's how she met Wama Susan Joseph. Susan Joseph is a well-known online influencer with over 120,000 followers on Facebook. Susan had been receiving messages from Ogechi since October 2024. At first, she ignored them like every other celebrity would, but Ogechi's plea for help were relentless. But Susan still refused to engage. Then one day, Ogechi sent a chilling message that, "Please ma, I don't want RIP to be on my next post. Help me." Something about these words made Susan pause. Touched by the desperation in Ogechi's message, she decided to call her. But when Ogechi picked up, something felt off. Her stomach was unnaturally bloated. Shocked, Susan asked what was wrong, and Ogechi claimed she was suffering from intestinal obstruction, a severe condition that could be fatal without immediate surgery. She even showed her fingers allegedly deteriorated, making the story even more believable. Now, with Susan having so many followers and fans, seemed like the perfect bait for Ogechi to get her big payday. And this is where the scam begins.
Okay, I saw your hands. I saw your stomach. I saw when you were vomiting blood last year. I saw those things on video call, and that was why I was moved to help. For now, how much have you gotten so far? You're still receiving a lot. How much have you gotten so far in your standing?
Look at this. That's what I want to show.
What's it?
That's what I want to show you.
All right. 393,000. Was it Yenogua FMC that said 2.8 million?
No.
Which hospital
My
said
former
2.8
working
million?
place. Yes,
In
that's
Yenogua again.
Menegua Hospital. That's the name of the hospital.
Is
Yes, it's a
it?
private hospital. I was working there before. Then I lost my job last year because of my health.
Is a private hospital. Obviously, that's why the surgery got to 2.8
They
million
stated
naira.
everything. That,
But for
yes.
now,
Ogechi explained that she needed 2.8 million naira for urgent surgery, which was scheduled for February 23rd, 2025. She provided Susan with detailed medical documents, surgery estimates, and even a contact for her doctor, whose name is Dr. Kasemo Braye Lambert. Believing the story, Susan posted about Ogechi's plight, rallying her followers to help her raise funds. The response was overwhelming and donations started pouring in. And in no time, Susan gathered over 700,000 plus. But something strange started happening. Some of Susan's followers weren't having it, and they started asking questions what the main issue was and the cost of the surgery.
but from the comment section, I don't know. I am picking some questions. I cannot ignore them because these are the people that are sending you money. They want to really know what the problem is. Is it that
Intestinal
there's something you call
obstruction.
it intestinal obstruction? Is that the operation you want to do or the surgery you want
Yes.
to do? Okay. And it's in FMC Yenogua there that
Yes.
you want to do it. Which ward in
Female
FMC
ward.
Yenogua? Because somebody that works in FMC Yenogua reached out to me in my DM. So I'm going to also give her your number. The lady that
In
works in FMC Yenogua, yes. So now another thing is that your picture I posted, that one that here was showing, that picture I posted, somebody said that that's exactly the same way they did her sister's own, and that she did it in Port Harcourt, and that they charged 800,000. They did this intestinal surgery, and that they charged 800,000 naira in the hospital in Port Harcourt. So I have also reached out to her to know the hospital and to also know the doctor.
In response, Ogechi provided the contact of her doctor, who is Dr. Brian Lambert, who sent even more hospital documents, drugs and prescription and receipts, everything all appearing legitimate. Turns out the doctor was an accomplice with Ogechi, providing more evidence, making all her lies seem true. Now here's the crack in the story. As days passed, Susan was distracted by personal tragedy. Her uncle has passed away. She stepped away for a short while, but when she returned, she asked Ogechi how much was left, and Ogechi responded that it was 464,000 left. Susan was shocked. Out of the 700k I raised, how come Ogechi had already spent so much? The cost of her drugs and medical care shouldn't have been more than 100k. When Susan confronted her, Ogechi quickly cooked up a new lie and forged more fake documents just to justify the missing funds. But by now, Susan was growing suspicious. Now, the surgery that never happened. Long story short, on the day of the surgery, Sunday, February 23rd, 2025, Susan called the doctor to get updates on Ogechi's surgery, and the doctor claimed that due to a power outage, the surgery had to be postponed. Furious, Susan insisted that the operation must proceed. A heated argument followed up, but the doctor stood firm.
They will no longer do the surgery on Sunday because there's no light. There's no light. That was what the doctor said over the phone. And I told the doctor, you cannot come up with an excuse. We have been on this case and you said money was the issue. Now that
money don't they do surgery.
Money don't
say there's no light.
Una come they talk say light no day. And I made one statement. I said, if that surgery is not done on Sunday, anything where una see, both you, the sick lady and FMC, make una take. The doctor now said, I don't have sense. that I cannot teach her her work. And I told the doctor, I'm sorry.
Meanwhile, Susan had secretly sent someone to the hospital the previous day to verify the situation, and the report came back. There's nothing happening here, no surgery, no preparations, everything looks normal. Still doubting, Susan asked her informant to double check with other doctors at the hospital, and their response would leave you in shock. We don't perform surgeries on weekends. But now, Susan knew she was being played. Later that Sunday, Susan's delegate left the hospital to freshen up and called Susan to let her know that she was leaving to go get food and freshen up. However, Susan advised her to please get information on the time the surgery would take place, which Dr. Baraye Lambert said it would be later that evening. Not up to 10 minutes after Susie's delegate left, Ogechi made a post thanking everyone for a successful surgery. Susie became confused and called her delegate, and her delegate said she's still on her way to the house, and that is not even possible that they've conducted the surgery so fast. She went back straight to the hospital to find out what was going on, and they said Ogechi has left the hospital. At this point, Susie has confirmed that she's being played and Ogechi is a scam, and she called the doctor to threaten her. She went on to Ogechi's DM to bring insult on her. The doctor, knowing everything has gone rogue, used her brother to call Susie and beg that Dr. Baraye is also a victim in this just like her, that to exonerate themselves, they will make sure they catch and lock up Ogechi. And that was how she set up Ogechi for a meetup, and when she came out, she was arrested by the police on the 23rd Sunday evening 2025, that same day. The doctor involved, Dr. Baraye, took Ogechi to the station and dropped all the reposts and evidence they had. Witness said Ogechi, on reaching the station, wanted to pull another stunt and screamed, "My tummy, my tummy," and fainted. But the moment she heard she'll be arrested and locked up, she miraculously woke up and began crying and begging for her life. The final blow came in when police searched her phone, evidence, chats, transaction records, and conversations with her accomplice of her entire scam was found. Reports say that her account is now empty. After everything, Nigerians are now aware of the scam and began exposing their own experiences with Ogechi. Look at these comments. The internet erupted with memes and jokes, and even a viral trend called the Ogechi Challenge, mocking her. From sick girl in need to a national laughingstock, Ogechi's con had finally come to an end. Final thoughts, this story serves as a reminder: always verify before donating. Scammers prey on emotions, so stay vigilant. Social media is powerful, but so is the truth. As at the time of this recording, Ogechi is currently at the station and under investigation. But a lot might have happened after now. The story might just be getting started. If you'd like a part 2, or maybe a deep dive into what happened next, or the full aftermath, please leave a comment. You can also support us by subscribing, liking, and sharing this video to your friends and families to create awareness. Thank you.